Do me a favor and look at your smartphone. It looks pretty simple on the outside, but inside it are billions of nanoscale switches that make the device function. In fact, nanotech is all around us. And now, a partnership between Tompkins Cortland Community College, Cornell University, and Penn State wants to give a specific section of our population the chance to pursue this as a career. A brand new program targeted exclusively for veterans and their dependents.
We are one location out of 7 locations in the whole country that have been approved.
Offered through Tompkins Cortland Community College.
It is really training the next generation of technicians for the microelectronics and nano manufacturing field.
That program is the Microelectronics and Nanomanufacturing Certificate. The 12-week course originates from a National Science Foundation project at Penn State University. Its goal is to bring military veterans and their families into the growing field of nanotechnology. Courtney Hamilton is one of the veterans in the cohort's first class.
I kind of jumped at the opportunity because I figured it was an open door. It was something new and exciting and something that has growth potential, which is what I need. I don't just need your everyday job. I need growth potential, something with longevity, a career.
During the week, the veterans go to class online, but they also get the chance to come to the Cornell Nanoscale facility and get some hands-on training.
A lot of them have already got hands-on repair and technician level training when they were in the service. And so this aligns very well with the activities that they'd be doing in a clean room environment.
The partnership with Cornell allows the veterans to have access to more than 180 pieces of state-of-the-art equipment, all while they learn about this complicated topic.
They're very driven, they're team-oriented, and they're very focused. Those qualities are matched with the qualities that industry is looking for as well.
And for Hamilton, it's one step closer to reaching that longevity she is hoping for.
It's a lot of information. It's new going back to school at my age, but you couldn't find more genuine people who want to share about nanotechnology.